Hey y'all, welcome back to another issue of excuse me, of yeah. My mind just went blank.
What are we doing?
I don't know, I forgot. Rednecks and Pigskins, blood on the gridiron. Uh-oh, I got an echo and that's my fault. Hold on. There we go. All
What a
right.
noob.
I know. It's minding's being stupid has rubbed off on me. Dadgummit.
What?
Yeah, blame minding.
I gotta blame somebody.
Because
Anyway,
this wasn't the case before he came around.
no, of course not. Anyway, welcome back, guys. Hopefully, this week comes off a little better than last week. If everybody remembers what a crap show that was, me trying to do this by myself.
Was it in the bathroom?
No, but that's an idea. Next time that happens, maybe I'll do it from
I'm
the
out.
bathroom. uh, anyway, welcome back, everybody. Glad to see everybody come back after last week. With me, as always, is Minding. Say hi, Minding.
Hi, Minding.
And, of course, my son, J-Kid,
What's up?
who was sick all last week. I didn't know that.
Yep, I felt like crap for 2 weeks. So I'd have fit right in the bathroom.
Yep. Yeah, you'd have been right
Yeah.
there.
All right.
Yeah, well, you know, we've been blaming the Germans for over 50 years, Corey, so why not?
For fuck's sake.
We're going to rename the stream. Let's all pick on Minding.
Yeah. That's what it feels like.
Oh, just wait. We haven't got to the good part yet. Anyway, so let's get to the NFL. What kind of stories we got, Minding? We should have a few. I've seen a few.
Yeah, we do actually have a few very interesting stories. The never-ending tale of Ezekiel Elliott has a new chapter. But before we go into that, I want to just very quick show some appreciation for this week. Because it has a reason.
Okay.
The first week in November for me is always the best week. You know, I am pretty much involved with Americans, a lot of North Americans, Canadians as well. And this week that we have right now is, for me, the best, because I think tomorrow, or in just a few, no, not a few hours, it's 6 p.m. Eastern right there, right?
Yep.
That means in about 8 or 9 hours, you change your time, right? From daylight savings time to standard time.
I think officially it's usually like 2 a.m. or something like that, but we always,
but
everybody does it before they go to bed.
It is this weekend.
Yep.
Yes.
In Germany, we had that last weekend. We do it on the last Sunday of October, which means this whole week, the time difference was only 5 hours and not 6. So right now, it's not even midnight here. Usually for me, this stream starts right at midnight. Now it's 11 p.m., which is, for me, really, really nice to have that 1 hour. It's going to be gone next week again, but just that 1 week is always so beautiful because everything's a bit earlier here when it happens in the US. It's only 5 hours.
Well, you know us.
I really appreciate that.
You know us Americans. We got to be different.
Yeah, but this time I really appreciate it. At the same time, when daylight savings time comes into effect in March or April or somewhen, that means 7 hours for 1 week, and that sucks.
Oh yeah, goes the other way. Spring forward.
Yeah. But yeah, we do have a few news. We're gonna start with what I just mentioned. Ezekiel Elliott. The expectation this whole week was that he's not going to play. But I think the Second Circuit Court granted another emergency injunction, and he can't play. Which at this point, I don't know. Maybe at this point the best thing would be that, and I'm not wishing it upon him, but that he's just injuring himself for about 6 weeks, and we could get over with this.
Yeah. It's yes, we are. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. It's kind of like waiting for a woman to make up her mind, isn't it?
Wow, and I'm the misogynist.
You know you are.
Don't even give me and you are still wondering why you are demonetized. Come on, Bloodwing.
Well, I have to give him some reason. I know it isn't for my language.
Yeah, it's all this misogyny.
My theory is they don't like my accent. They're just redneck hating morons.
You mean they're redneckophobe?
Something like that. Which brings up, not to get us off topic, just before you came in behind the scenes, Jake and I were talking about the Antifa riots, and they were supposed to be here in our city. Where they were supposed to be is near our fairgrounds. And guess what else is going on at the fairgrounds? Gun and knife show. So they're going to be right next to where there's a bunch of rednecks buying guns and knives.
Yeah. This is how the Civil War starts.
Anyway,
it's going to be over pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, it's already starting to get dark here, so.
You have one group armed under their teeth, and another group, like, I don't know. What are they called now? Soy boys?
Yeah. Well, we are an open carry state, so.
Okay. But let's get back to football, because there was some very big and very sad news. Whether you're a fan of that team or not, but
yep.
Basically, how can I put this in a positive light?
You can't.
The Offensive Rookie of the Year award is up for grabs. Let's just say that, because Deshaun Watson, who came in, I think week 2 or week 3 after Tom Savage didn't play all too well, and play lights out. Deshaun Watson tore his ACL in training on a non-contact. It was a non-contact injury, and is out for the season.
Yeah,
placed him on injured reserve and everything, and that was the bummer news of the week, basically. I don't know what to say. I saw that a few days ago, and I was so hard.
Well, that's going to change things in our division yet again.
Yeah,
because that makes a big difference for the Texans.
Yeah, because there weren't enough changes in the AFC South so far. Yeah,
pretty much.
It's a bummer, because that offense was fun to watch.
Yeah.
And now it's just going to go back to the crap that it was with Tom Savage behind center.
Pretty much. Oh, and we had this crazy little thing called trade deadline. Remember that?
Yeah.
Well, the AFC
and what
East
a trade
apparently.
Deadline that was. I mean, have you seen the trade deadlines in the NFL of the last few seasons? You could sleep through it and you didn't miss a thing.
Right.
And now you've got the 49ers basically trading Jimmy Garoppolo for Brian Hoyer and what was it? Well, when I say basically, I mean they didn't trade Hoyer; they released him, but the Patriots picked him up. And they got themselves Jimmy Garoppolo. That was unexpected.
Yeah.
What other trades do we have? Damn it,
Kelvin Benjamin.
Yeah. All right.
Carolina traded him to Buffalo. And Miami traded Jay Ajayi to the Eagles.
Jay Ajayi now in the same backfield as LeGarrette Blount. Wonder what that's gonna be looking like.
Speed and power.
Yep.
Yeah, seems so.
It's kind of reminiscent of, and I can't remember one of the running backs' names, but when New York had Brandon Jacobs and whatever the other guy's name was that ran with him. I can't remember his name now, but it was pretty strong 1-2 punch with the speed and power.
Yeah, I think from a let's say from an NFL perspective, from a sports perspective, I tried to get it separated from the fantasy perspective, because for fantasy football that's really shit for everyone involved. Like if you have LeGarrette Blount, yeah, you're kind of fucked. If you have Jay Ajayi, yeah, you're kind of fucked. If you have, I don't know, like the only ones who really benefited from this are Damian Williams or Kenyon Drake owners, because those are the new number 1, number 2 running backs in Miami. We don't know who's the number 1 there yet, but we're gonna see. And we also had a very funny story, of course, surrounding, how else should it be, the Cleveland Browns. They tried to trade for AJ McCarron and they failed unbelievably miserably. From what I heard, they were negotiating with the Bengals over AJ McCarron starting about 1 p.m. So 3 hours before the deadline. Then negotiations stalled. There was no agreement that was reached.
Right.
They stopped. Browns were looking into other directions, couldn't find any. 3:15 p.m., 45 minutes before this whole deadline, before the end of it all in regard to trading, they called the Bengals again and said, you know what, we're going to do it. They were negotiating, and 3:57, 3 minutes before the deadline, they reached an agreement. And what did the Browns do? Celebrating instead of putting in the paperwork to the NFL. I mean, there have been a few premature celebrations in the NFL. Remember when Deshaun Jackson dropped the ball at the 1-yard line?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's a whole different kind of level that the Cleveland Browns did there with their premature celebration.
Well, it's the factory of sadness. What do you expect? I mean, we had. That's one of the reasons I wasn't too up on who actually did get traded, because around here the big story was, oh, they're shopping Vontae Davis. You know, they're going to trade him. They're going to trade him. All the papers around here, they're going to trade him. They're going to trade him. And I'm thinking,
and Ty.
Oh, yeah, and Ty. And I'm like, they are not that stupid. T.Y. Hilton, still arguably one of the best receivers in the NFL. Vontae, yeah, he's not played up to what he has in the past, but with our secondary, come on. And of course it didn't happen, but yeah, that's what I was watching.
Yeah, and we had another trade that kind of went under the radar between the two teams that met on Sunday. We're going to talk about. Are we going to talk about this? I think we're going to talk about this. One of the most fun games in, I think, this whole season so far. The Houston Texans traded Dwayne Brown, their offensive tackle, to the Seattle Seahawks,
Mm-hmm.
which I think for the Seahawks, very clever move. I mean, if you look at that O-line,
It was very much
They-
needed for them.
they need everything they can get for that O-line, and Dwayne Brown, yeah, he's good.
He's not spectacular, but he's serviceable.
Yeah. He's definitely the best lineman they have right now. I mean, the Seahawks. I mean, have you seen the rest of them?
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. Did I miss anything? Do you have any news I missed?
Luck finally put on the IR.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it was time. Oh, and since we're talking about some of our teams, Aaron Rodgers said he is eyeing a return this season. Says only if it makes sense. Obviously, I mean, why would he come back if there's no chance of the Packers making the playoffs, or if the Packers? I don't know how it would happen, but if the Packers already made the playoffs, I don't see that happening. But yeah, only if it makes sense, only if his collarbone is fully healed. But they don't rule out a return this season.
Well, as far as luck goes, and we've said it before, I mean, come on, the Colts aren't going anywhere this season. That's pretty freaking obvious.
No, but them idiots were going to play him.
Yeah, just don't. Let the man rest, and let's see what happens next season. You know, maybe pick up a couple of good picks that helps us on our O-line and our secondary, maybe. You know, who knows?
You want to tell me next season might look better than this one?
Well, if we get Luck back
instead of Brissett.
Yeah, with Luck back in the lineup, it's got to look at least some better.
Okay, yeah, but are the Colts next season going to go anywhere? Like playoff wise? I mean that's still pretty much of a long shot.
That division is completely winnable.
Yeah.
Nobody's a standout in that division.
I mean, if the Jaguars can get themselves a good quarterback, I don't know. They got pretty much everything apart from the quarterback. They got pretty much a good offensive line. They got a great running back. They got a defense that's playing lights out. They got serviceable receivers. All they need is a quarterback who can play.
Well, I think what his point is, though, I mean, look at this season even, and as bad as we are, and no, we've got no shot of making the playoffs. But mathematically, we're still in the hunt for the division. We're not out, as bad as we are.
Yeah, mathematically. You said it absolutely right. Mathematically. It doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Oh, no. Trust me, I know it's not, but... The point is, the division is winnable by just about anybody.
Yep.
Not by the Colts. I stand by that.
And especially with the Texans losing their quarterback, that changes the whole outlook. That makes things look better for the Jags and for Tennessee. You know.
Yeah, for this season, yeah. But next season, Deshaun Watson's going to be back. JJ Watt is going to be back for the Texans. Jaguars are going to continue to build, and the Titans are also going to continue to build. So I don't see.
All the teams are going to build.
Yeah.
Every team in the league is going to be building.
I mean, I think some teams are deconstructing. Cardinals, anyone?
As far as the Colts go, I mean, as much as he's loved here in this city, everybody knows that the coach is going bye-bye at the end of the year. There's just, he knows it even. And so part of it depends on who we pick up for that position. Hopefully they improve the O-line. Oh my God. Our running game is solid. Behind that, we just need a decent O-line. We've got a good receiving core. You know, I didn't say excellent. I just say good.
You have a good receiver.
Yeah, we got TY, and you know,
that's it.
As long as what's his name, the tight end, dadgummit,
Jack Doyle.
Yeah, as long as he quits dropping balls. But our secondary needs a lot of help. But you know, the way this season's going, we're going to get a couple of nice picks. Maybe we can help with that. Who knows? Am I saying they're going to make the Super Bowl next year? No, don't misunderstand me. But it's going to be a better season than this one, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it can't get much worse than this one.
No, not at this point.
I mean, I don't want to throw Jacoby Brissett under the bus. Kid's young. He's got some talent. But then again, he's young. He's going to make mistakes. Well, there are games where he's not going to play well. And he's playing in a system that really is not beneficial basically to any player.
and bear in mind, this has only been the 8th week he's played for this team. So, yeah. You know, I'm not knocking him too much. He's made some mistakes I sure wished he didn't make. But yeah, I'm not knocking him too much given this situation.
He's not a bad quarterback, but he's not the caliber of quarterback that's needed to put up the amount of points that the Colts have to make up for their defense.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
Anyway,
all right, shall we get into the games?
Yeah. Let me switch tabs here real quick.
Before we start, I have to say one more thing. We have to catch up on something that we discussed 2 weeks ago.
What was that?
There was some. How can I say that? There were some differences regarding our records and our picks.
Uh-huh.
I was thinking that I think in week 6, you Bloodwing picked the Jaguars in the Rams at Jaguars game. I did rewatch it. We talked about it 2 weeks ago, and
he flip-flopped.
I hate to say it, but Jacob, you were right. I made a mistake there.
Actually, I would take credit here, but if you listen to the whole clip, we were both right. Because he took the Rams he took the Jags at the beginning, and at the end he took the Rams.
Oh,
so
he flip-flopped his pick.
Oh,
well, who knows? I'm old. Who knows? I don't even know what I'm saying half the time. Are you kidding me?
So we were both correct.
Yeah, but I did change the record because I didn't hear the full. I didn't listen into the full. The first time I heard him pick the Rams, I was like, okay, yeah, he picked the Rams. Rams lost, so
yeah, that's what I did too.
Record. And
real quick here, because Jacob's unable. He's having some issues, unable to see chat this week. Just so you all know, Zenith says dropping balls is a sign of manliness.
No. Dropping balls is a sign of age.
And I should know. Well played.
Oh no!
Well played. Okay, on to the games. And I have my own aside before we get into the game, since we won't really have a segue to get into that. Chat was supposed to remind me of something this week that I was supposed to bring up. Let me see, what was it? Oh, yeah.
Taking your pills?
No, it had something to do with your cheese heads last week or the week before.
I'm lost.
Well, if you remember, week before last, he doubled down on how well they were going to play, even without Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see what happened. Oh, they lost to the Vikings.
Wait, the Vikings?
Yeah.
The loss to the Vikings was the game in which Aaron Rodgers was injured in the first place.
Yeah.
Or no, wait a minute, I hit the wrong tab. I'm sorry. They lost
Go.
to the Saints.
If you want to talk
26 to
smack,
17.
do it right, okay?
Sorry, I hit the wrong tab. Sue me.
I feel your pain. A team without a quarterback.
Yeah. But, we just had to bring that up because, myself and chat last week decided that we couldn't let you live that down without a little grief. So there you go.
This will never happen again. I'm siding with Minding here. I got you, buddy.
I mean, now we're gonna come to this at the end of the stream. I'm gonna stay tuned. Don't close the tab. Don't close the video or the stream. I just saw in chat, Zenith. What the fuck? That's a good one. That's a good one. No, we are going to come back to this right at the end of the stream. The last pick we are going to make. I'm gonna put you back into your places. Both of you.
Good luck with that. Okay. Picks or games for the last week. So let's see. We already had covered Thursday's games last week. So Vikings 33, Browns 16. Anybody surprised?
I watched that game and I was surprised that the Browns basically were in it for
The
2.5 quarters.
Yep.
They led up until 1 minute and 16 left in the third. They led 16-15 and then 18 points.
Uh-oh, dead
Which I was
air.
rooting for the Browns for two reasons. One, 0-16, and two, they were playing the Vikings. Of course, I want them to lose.
Yeah.
And Browns do what Browns do. Anybody who roots for them, they let them down.
Yeah, I was rooting for the Browns for one reason.
Vikings.
Exactly. I want one team to go 0-16, but that's just me.
You want that just to be able to rub it in J-Kid's face in the
Oh yeah.
in the postseason. Okay. Next up, what more can you say about that? Chargers 13, Patriots 21.
Chargers playing strong here at the midway point.
Yeah. Yeah, they had a 2-game streak there.
Yeah, I mean, not quite good enough, but playing better.
I mean, can we talk about Travis Benjamin, please? What in the world was that?
That was the greatest punt return I've ever seen.
You muff the punt at the what was it, the 12-yard line?
Somewhere about there.
You pick it up at the 7 and you run into your own end zone for a safety. I mean,
Wrong way, Jones.
I mean, I'll give him credit trying to make something out of nothing, but he turned nothing into
Worse.
something that's worse than nothing. Whatever that is.
I mean, he turned. Well, I would say punt return starting from the 12-yard line. That's actually something. Even if you fair catch it right there, that's something. I mean, it's 88-yard drive. It's tough, but it's something to work with, okay? But you turn it into a safety. You give the ball back to your opponent. You first off, you give up 2 points and the ball.
A for effort, F for execution.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
And by the way, MC, Monkey has family in all this week. So, yeah, he's pretty busy.
He wouldn't want to talk about this anyway.
No.
Yeah.
But it would have been fun to rub it in his face.
Nah.
I'm looking at the record right now, and I'm wondering, how did the Chargers win 3 games? How?
Well, one of those, they played the Giants.
Okay.
So there's that.
They
The other
beat
2
Denver.
were upsets, huh? Oh yeah, they beat Denver, right?
Yeah.
There was
And
something.
I don't remember who the third win was.
I don't either.
That's how memorable the LA Chargers are.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, they play in a soccer
man.
stadium. Nobody can take them seriously.
Okay. Next up, Bears 12, Saints 20.
I can't say anything because I saw nothing on this game.
Yeah, I didn't see anything either, but to me right now, I'm looking at the scoring and everything. It looks closer than it actually was.
Attack
the
Alpaca
Saints-
says the Chargers beat the Raiders. Was their other win.
Oh yeah, but I think it was wasn't it the TJ Yates Raiders?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, come on. But back to the Bears Saints game. Like I said, didn't watch anything, but when I look at the scoring right here, I see that the Saints were leading this game for 56 minutes and 8 seconds. The Bears didn't lead one time.
Sounds like the Bears.
Yeah, and sounds like the score makes it look closer than the game actually was.
Saints are loving this playing the NFC North thing this year.
All right, next game.
Next game, Panthers 7 Panthers 17, Buccaneers 3.
What happened to Tampa Bay?
I don't know. That was my I don't remember if I honestly don't remember if I picked the Panthers last week or not.
I do because I watched all of it to keep record. Obviously,
Yeah,
we both picked the Buccaneers.
but I'm shocked it wasn't at least closer. I really am.
Yeah,
Tampa started this year off really strong and just completely fell off the map.
Yeah.
yep, pretty much.
I mean, you can't even really give credit to Carolina in this game. It's just completely the failure of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Panthers' offense. Cam Newton, 18 of 32 for 154 yards. Yeah, on 32 attempts, 150. That's not even 5 yards per attempt. Touchdown and a pick. Quarterback rating 66.4. Then we take a look at rushing. Leading rusher, I mean, obviously, Cam Newton, 11 attempts, 44 yards. Jonathan Stewart, 11 attempts, 34 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, I don't know what to say here.
That's part of what's the surprise to me, because the Panthers have not been playing good ball the last few games.
No, they've not had a run game at all.
No. But apparently Tampa Bay's playing worse ball.
And Carolina thinks they're fine because they trade away Kelvin Benjamin. So,
well, it's pretty.
Jameis Winston in this game with 3 turnovers, 2 picks, and a lost fumble.
It's pretty bad when
but he's
your
elite though, right?
What did you say, J-Kid?
He said, but he's elite, right?
I said, but he's elite though, right?
That was a dig at you, Minding.
Oh, you don't say.
But yeah, it's pretty sad when your quarterback is your lead rusher for the game.
And that's every week.
Yeah.
Pretty much for Carolina at this point, yeah. I mean, Jonathan Stewart is a serviceable running back. Christian McCaffrey is mostly used as the target machine out of the backfield, the receiving back. So he's not going to run the ball very often. Ran it 4 times in this game for 3 yards.
Did I read he's already set the rookie record for running backs receiving?
Maybe, I don't know. Could very well be.
I believe I read that. Which, if so, through 8 weeks, that's pretty insane.
Carry on for just a minute, guys, before I get into the next one, which is going to make me really sad. I need a cup of coffee, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm going to look that up pretty quickly because that, I think, is that is something I want to know. Okay, running back. Receiving yards. No, sort by receiving yards. I don't
remember if it was the yards or receptions or. I'm fairly certain I read at some point that he set some kind of receiving record for rookie running backs.
I mean, right now he is at. Damn it, where is it? There we go. 378 receiving yards. That's definitely not a rookie record. What the wait a second. I'm asking for played running back, and it gives me players like Willie Snead, Larry Fitzgerald, Tyler Lockett, and Jamison Crowder. All of them are not running backs.
Right.
Herschel Walker is a running back, right? Or was a running back. He has the rookie record for receiving yards, it seems. Let me look. Maybe Terry Kirby, also a running back, right?
That's not a familiar name to me.
He played for the Dolphins 3 years, for the 49ers 3 years, for the Browns 1 year, and for the Raiders 3 years in the late 90s and early 2000s.
Yeah, Herschel Walker I know for sure, but
yeah, but Terry Kirby seems to have the record for most yards, with 874, and McCaffrey is at 378, so not even
so definitely wasn't that.
But I'm pretty sure the rookie record for most receptions lies at 88 by Reggie Bush in his rookie season in 2006. McCaffrey right now has 49, so he's on target.
Maybe that's what it was. I read
that record. Yeah. So if he keeps on getting as many receptions as he got through the first half of the season, most receptions a rookie running back ever had.
Which the way they're playing, I would not be surprised.
He needs another 39 to tie 40 to get the record all by himself.
Is that all we
Okay,
got on that game?
I think so. All right, the next one. Colts 23, Bengals 24. I did not expect them to win this game going in. I was very clear on that last week, but dadgummit, they get me every week. They give me hope, and then they let me down.
Pretty spectacularly, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Colts got every break in this game. There were some special teams plays that were just awesome, but
Then it was it on a pick six.
Adam Vinatieri putting some points on the board. 11 to be exact. But in the end, one pick six. And I mean, we talked about this so often in the last few weeks. Colts are one of those teams that always try to find a way to lose.
Yep.
And they did so again in this game.
I'd almost be interested to find out how many games we have lost in the last few minutes of the game by a pick six this year, because it seems like a lot. Maybe it's not as many as I think, but it sure feels like a lot.
Well, for the most part, though, at least they're keeping it interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wanting to go to bed or flip away from the game because they keep giving you that little sliver before they snatch it away from you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they keep you hoping for 3.5 quarters. You know, oh, maybe. Yeah, we could. And then. Yeah.
All right, next one.
Yeah, what more can you say about that?
Yeah.
Hold on, I was actually making a cigarette there. Okay, Raiders 14, Bills 34.
Wow.
I want to say something here right now. Bloodwing, last week you called that one of the two upsets of the week that the Raiders were going to win.
Yeah.
We're going to get to the other. That
I mean, he was kind of right.
Did it?
I think it is an upset.
Yeah.
I picked the Bills. I don't think that was an upset. the point difference that they won by 20, yeah, that's some kind of that's unexpected. But the Bills winning over the Raiders, no.
Well, it's like we were talking earlier about other teams. Raiders is one of those teams that started off looking pretty strong at the beginning of the season and kind of fell off dramatically since.
Yeah.
It's like that Navarro Bowman signing just killed them. Because they were good up until they signed Bowman.
No, they signed Bowman. First game with him, they beat the Chiefs.
And then they fell off.
Chiefs. And yeah, well, we only had one game since then. So, let's wait. With Bowman, they're 1-1. Okay? Without him, they're 2-4.
They're not playing like a 1-1. And where does Buffalo find these points? Is it just all shady?
No, I think Tyrod Taylor is not playing too shabby as well.
Well, they don't play Buffalo games here, so I don't get to see them much.
Yeah. Yeah, not anymore. Not since we're not in the AFC East anymore. But man, looking at the box score, it was never even really close. The Raiders led by with one touchdown in the first quarter, and then it was all Bills.
Well, one thing Buffalo has had for a few seasons is a pretty stout defense.
Yeah, and now they also have T-Mobile, as they call him. I'm looking through his game logs right now.
That's his nickname.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
I know. Um, um, through the first 8 games of this season, he only had 2 games with a quarterback rating of under 90.
Wow.
He only threw 2 picks so far. And 2, 4, 6, 10 touchdowns.
Don't expect that out of a Buffalo quarterback.
No.
That's not Jim Kelly.
No. Attack Alpaca in the chat says he's a Bills fan and brings up that the wet field helped him create some turnovers, which I do. Now that he brings that up, I do remember seeing during watching the Colts, they would flip over to that game for a update. I do remember seeing how wet the field was.
I mean, even so, you beat them by 20, and it helped you create some turnovers. It should have helped them create some turnovers. Apparently, the Bills capitalized on it.
And maybe the Bills are used to playing in the wet. Maybe
Yeah.
they're training there a lot of the time.
Well, it would make sense that the Bills are much more used to playing in inclement weather than the Raiders are.
Yeah.
So.
I'd give the Bills more credit here if Thursday hadn't happened.
Yeah, I was thinking right now of or just a few moments ago, maybe the Bills are New York's best team, and then I remember, oh, Thursday.
Yep. Which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Next up, 49ers 10, Eagles 33.
As expected, next.
Well, the only
Agreed.
thing you can say about that is who's going to go 0-16, 49ers or Cleveland?
At this point, it could be both.
I wanted to ask, are they playing each other?
I
don't believe so.
don't think so. No. That would be interesting.
No. The Browns are playing the NFC North, so no. So it could be both.
Wow. Okay.
Imagine having to
severely
share
upset.
that 0-16 record with 2 other teams instead of just one.
Not only would they go 0-16, but 2 of them, so they just have to rub it in that much more.
Yep.
Highly upset.
Oh, please.
Okay. Falcons 25, Jets 20.
How is this game so close?
Both teams are bad.
I mean, you're not wrong, but we're talking about different kinds of bad. The Falcons are, they were in the Super Bowl last season. They lost their offensive coordinator, their play caller, and of course they fell down. Matt Ryan isn't elite and everything, but they still have good players and everything. And then you have the Jets. Okay? And don't be fooled by their record. They're 4-5 now. They were 4-4 before this. Before this game. They're not a 4-4. They're not a 4-5 team. They had an easy schedule so far. They're more of a 2-7 team. If we're against your average schedule. But because they played the Browns and who else, and come on. I being on the field on my own could beat the Browns. So that's not a feat. They won against the Dolphins. They won against the Browns. They won against the Bills. That I got to give them credit for that. And they beat the Jaguars in overtime. Wait, at home? Okay. But the Jaguar is always so and so, like up and down, up and down. They're very inconsistent. Then again, they lost to the Raiders, who are a bit of a up and down team. They lost at Miami. So, I mean, I don't know what to make of this team.
I'm pretty sure I picked the Jets.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, you
Did I
didn't.
pick? Did I pick the other?
Yeah, you picked the Falcons.
But I do remember that this was a little tough one for me to call.
I mean,
Because
maybe
both
you
teams are bad.
flip-flopped again, but
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
So you're good for now.
yeah, yeah. Like J Kid said, because both of them are bad right now. I mean, it was not an easy call to make.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, Texans 38, Seahawks 41.
What a game.
Yep.
This was back and forth all the way to the end.
And if I remember correctly, I think I said last week that this would probably be the game to watch, or at least one of them.
You did.
Yeah.
That was the one correct prediction you made. You made 3, apart from the normal picks, let's say you made 3 predictions. That was the only one that was correct. You said Oakland's going to be an upset, and you said another team's going to be an upset, and we'll come to this later. And both were wrong.
And it seemed to me that Houston lost on the same. They gave up touchdowns on the same play back to back. Jimmy Graham across the middle.
Yeah,
Both
but
times.
nah. Yeah, but one time it was an 18-yard pass. The other time it was a 1-yard pass. It was a goal line situation. So,
Same play, shorter yardage.
And this is I know we've already said it, but this is what makes it so sad, unfortunate for the Texans that their quarterback went down, because they were so fun to watch with him behind center.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I sure couldn't pick them to be that close if that game happened this week.
Yeah.
Tom Savage playing that game last week doesn't even happen.
Yeah, Tom Savage playing that game ends 41 to
Like 14.
14. Yeah, I want to say 17. 17. Yeah, it's not the same game. I mean, look at the leading rushers for both teams. Their names are Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson in this game. That tells you everything about the running game.
Well, yeah, it tells you
And
not
both-
only the running game is bad, but it also tells you there's some issues with the O-lines. If your quarterback's got to take off that often.
Well, those two quarterbacks, so they get design run plays.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you needed that game to know that there's something wrong with the Seahawks O-line, you're a bit late.
Next.
Cowboys 33, Redskins 19.
I mean, I sent you my picks before the stream because I was too tired to make it.
Yep.
That for me was the hardest game to pick. I was thinking an awful lot about picking the Redskins, but we both picked the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I must say, both of us were really good this week. J-Kid didn't get any picks in.
Nope, I did not.
But
it was a difficult one to pick. One, because it's an old school rivalry. I mean, Cowboys Redskin games are, they've went back for years. So yeah, it wasn't an easy pick.
It wasn't easy to watch. That was one of the games they showed here, and Washington just looked so bad. Like they had their opportunities and just squandered them. They looked terrible.
I'm just seeing right now. Can we please talk about Mike Nugent? He scored 4 field goals in a row without any other scoring in between by either team. Well, basically even 5, because he scored he kicked the PAT after Ezekiel Elliott's second touchdown at the end of the first half, and then he kicks 4 field goals. 3 of them in the third quarter, and he makes 15 points. Now take away those 15 points from the Cowboys 33, and they lose that game.
Yep. Well, like we've said all season, a good kicker is really important this anymore.
Yep.
Dallas would get down there and then not be able to convert, whereas Washington just could barely even get down there.
Yeah, they had 2 field goals in the first half, and then, well, they also had 2 touchdowns, but that was it.
They did not look good. I think your random generator let you down this year.
Well, that's why it was a random generator. I never promised it, or it never promised it would be accurate.
Right.
And I never promised either. So, well, that was the risk of it, but maybe they're going to come back. I mean, they're not going to win the division. That Eagles got that one in the bag.
Yep.
And yes, Corey, I played Cowboys and Indians when I was a kid, but not the way you mean it. Okay.
Do you mean you shot actual Indians, or?
No, but when we played with BB guns, so there was none of this. You missed me. Stuff. So
I thought you were part of Columbus's original exploration.
Not that old. Not that old.
I'm not so sure about that.
Even though I did beat up Moses for his lunch money, I'm not that.
See?
Okay, next up, Steelers 20, Lions 15.
Screw you, Jim Caldwell.
I wanted to say, and there we are, and that's the second game that you called to be an upset for the Lions, and again, you were wrong, Bloodwing.
If I recall, I couched it as I'm going to go out on a limb here.
You did, but you also said this is going to be the second upset.
In fairness, he should have been correct.
Yeah.
No.
You're in the red zone twice. You go for it twice and fail. You kick those field goals, you win that game.
Lion's gonna lion, huh?
Well, he's absolutely correct.
And to top it off, you give up a 99-yard touchdown to Juju.
97.
Whatever it was, who cares? After failing to score anything from inside the 5-yard line, you give up a 90-whatever yard touchdown. Screw you, Jim Caldwell.
No. Jim Caldwell screwed you.
Well, it can go both ways.
And he's been doing it for years, even before he got to the Lions.
Like, why do you sign Matt Prater to a 4-year extension and then not use him in the very next game?
I mean, Matt Prater scored all the points for the Lions in this game.
I could have scored
all the points.
Could have scored the other points that won the game, but no. No, we'll let our inept offense go out there and do nothing.
Imagine the Lions winning on 7 field goals.
Imagine the Lions winning.
Yeah, that's bad. No, I don't want to think about that. Next game, please.
Should have won this game and gave it away.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
I mean, looking at the box score, they had absolutely 0 score in the third quarter, and that was the difference.
And they were in the red zone twice to end the game. Kick the field goal.
I must say, Jim Caldwell did everything right there.
Says the Packers fan.
Exactly.
I don't even understand the go for it. Like, why are we going for it? You're down by 1 point. You kick a field goal, it gives you a lead. What is the necessity of going for it? There is none.
Gotta ask.
I don't understand. Yeah.
He probably
put him on the same
either.
bus with Stafford.
Okay.
So wonderful. So wonderful.
Mining's enjoying the salt. Okay.
Yep.
That gets us to the Monday night game. Broncos 19, Chiefs 29.
That defense, though.
Now, the Jay Cutler Award for Worst Quarterback Play of the Week.
And this week's Jay Cutler Award goes to Trevor Siemian, who got himself benched for Brock Osweiler. Not in the game, but after the game. 19 of 36 for 198 yards, touchdown, 3 picks. Quarterback rating 43.5. Not the worst of quarterback performances we've seen this season, but the worst of the week, and definitely deserving of the Jay Cutler Award for the week.
I'm not really sure if this is a return of the Kansas City defense or the return of Trevor Siemian. I don't know where to lay credit in this game.
Why not both?
Because this is the one situation where it can't really be both.
Yeah. I would say it's probably a mix of both. And that's not to take away either from the KC offense. I mean, they started off with 14 points in the first quarter and just kept it up.
Yeah, but you expect that.
The offense didn't start with 14 points. One of it was a fumble return.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But you expect Kansas City to get their offense to get 14 points. The way their defense has been playing, you didn't really expect that this week.
Yeah.
Well, I figured it was. I believe I said this last week. I still think that even with the troubles that Kansas City has shown in the last few weeks, they're still one of the teams to watch. For
sure.
Going into the playoffs. So, yeah, I doubt anybody's real surprised, but.
Didn't I say 2 weeks ago that the Chiefs are going to be unbeaten from this point on up until week 17 when they play at Denver? I think I said that.
You might have.
Nobody listens to you. How are we supposed to know?
Wow. Really?
The only thing
The
My bad,
Lions
man.
fan talking.
I'm still lightheaded about talking about the last game.
The only thing we listen to is your intro to the Jay Cutler Award. You know, we do like that.
Oh man. The Lions fan talking smack. You could say the Lions fan was going for it.
Hey, you got a Lions fan here and a Colts fan here. It's all we got. You know, it's
Man,
all we got.
if this wasn't the old man stream, I'd have just exited right on out at this point on that pun. Disconnect.
I'm hanging up now.
I mean, you gave me shit right at the start. Okay.
Well, of course
Who did?
we
I
did.
did?
No, in fairness, that was all me. In fairness, that was all me.
I had your back on this one, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you did. I mean, Lions still suck though.
I mean, you ain't wrong.
No.
See?
Is there any
other-
timeline on Eric Berry returning though? Like when they make the playoffs, can he come back?
I don't know.
That's a good question. I mean, he could come back, but the Chiefs announced that he misses that he will miss the rest of the season. So, not looking like it.
If he can come back though, and if the defense keeps playing the way they're playing right now, that defense is dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the one team I could see absolutely giving fits to Tom Brady.
I mean, they did before.
Yeah.
Week 1. So that could happen.
It'd be interesting. I really, the way things look, is there's a good chance of it. I'd really like to see them meet in the playoffs.
I would love to see Kansas City go to a Super Bowl. They deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. And that brings us up to Thursday night's game. Bills 21, Jets 34.
How?
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Where did that defense go?
Yeah.
And how did Matt Forte score 2 touchdowns?
Well, you see, probably carried the ball over the goal line. That's a touchdown.
I can't tell if Minding's trying to process that joke or he's just got nothing to say.
No need to process this.
You know we love you, right?
I'm trying to process different things right now. Trying to understand how J Kid's brain, if he has one, we don't know.
I'm a Lions fan. I don't have one.
Wait. Let me stop you right there, Minding. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Don't try to figure it out. I've known him his entire life. I was there in the room when he was born, and I ain't figured it out yet. So
Poor sucker.
Yeah. We won't. Well, I can tell you stories, but I won't.
I'm just gonna keep on shaking my head, and that's it.
Back to the game though. Jets win. What?
Seriously. Yeah.
This is where your Buffalo being the best team in New York kind of falls apart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, I haven't completely agreed with you up until this game happened.
Mm.
I mean, it's not often you see as complete of a turnaround from one week to the next as you see between this one and the game before. I mean, seriously.
From both teams.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. Huge addition from Buffalo, though, picking up Kelvin Benjamin. I think that helps them tremendously.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Their receiving core needed something, and remember, they lost Zay Jones.
See, I don't even know who that is.
Thursday. You don't know who that is?
Not a clue. Like I said, they don't show anything Buffalo here, so.
Okay.
They're a hard team to keep up with.
Zay Jones was pretty much lighting it up in the preseason, and I think he the second best receiver for them so far. He didn't catch a single touchdown, but in terms of yardage, no, actually he wasn't. He was targeted a lot, but the game against the Jets was the first one where he caught over 60% of his targets. So Tyrod Taylor tried to rely on him pretty much this whole season, but against the Jets was the first time that they were actually able to connect a good amount, and now he's I think he's out for the season.
So it's a legitimate loss or no?
Yeah.
Because I did get the alert on my phone that he got hurt, and I was like, who?
Evaluated. But it seems like knee injury. Yeah, he's not out for the season. Sorry, he's not out for the season. He's being evaluated still. He's definitely gonna miss one game, likely to miss 2 or 3.
I mean, no disrespect to Buffalo fans, if there are any here.
Yeah. We just don't get very many. We don't get very many Buffalo games here. Used to when we were in the same division, but that's been years ago now. So
I would love to see Buffalo do well. Screw you, Isaac. I don't even know if he's here today.
I don't see. I haven't seen him in the chat.
He'll listen to it later. But I would love to see Buffalo get back to where they're an actual, maybe not a powerhouse, but with New England, somebody needs to challenge New England in that division, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Attack Alpaca out in the chat again says we lost 3 fumbles against the Jets. That sure didn't help. And yeah, when you lose the turnover game.
So it helped you one week and then screwed you the next week. Such is the NFL.
Yep. Okay. All right. Does that cover it?
I think it covers it.
All right. Well, on to our picks then. First up on the agenda, Buccaneers at Saints.
Saints.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna way the Buccaneers have been playing lately. I'm with you on that. Got to go Saints.
Earlier in the season, I would have said Bucks just because of their defense, but that's completely gone out the window. Mm-hmm. And the Saints have actually stepped up from where they were, so
a little bit. All righty. Next one, Falcons at Panthers.
This is a tough game to call.
It is.
Panthers.
Is it reasoning or just Because
there is reasoning. I didn't throw on the random generator again. But there isn't much reasoning. Home field advantage.
I figured.
Okay. All right. I think I'm going to go Falcons. Not much reasoning with me either, just a feeling.
Oh man.
Just like the feeling that the Raiders are gonna upset the Bills.
I have
week.
I have said all along, and you know this, that I am not an expert. I'm just a guy that loves football.
you said last week, like I said, I watched it for the records and for the picks. You said none of us claim to be experts. Speak for yourself. I am an expert.
You've watched the NFL for what? 4, 5, 6 years, and you're an expert.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm an expert for today's NFL, okay?
Are you? Mister, I had to use a random generator to pick the winner of the NFC East?
Ever heard of trying to prove a point? My point was that this whole division is so unpredictable that I could just use a random generator and it would give me an equal chance with someone actually trying to pick.
So not only did you prove you're not an expert, you also failed at proving your point. Poor guy. And I hate to...
Blood, you said I shouldn't go down this rabbit hole.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I hate to allow him to be the contrarian that he loves to be, but I also have to go with the Falcons here. Simply because Carolina has no run game. That's been proven, and they just traded away their number one receiver.
They do have a run game. It's called Cam Newton.
Not going to help them.
No.
I think it's close, but I think Atlanta wins.
All right, we'll see.
All right, next up, Rams at Giants. I'm sorry, Corey, but Rams are playing just way too good a football this year to pick against them in this game.
It's the return of the INTELI. Rams win and probably big.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you just said it, J-Kid. I'm the contrarian here. But even I'm not that contrarian, okay?
If you could see the face I was making.
That's what I was going for. No, Rams, clearly.
I was waiting for him to pick Giants, and I was going to go, playoffs!
Damn, it should have gone through with it.
But
my first idea was to say, I'm going to go with the Giants, pause, to lose this game. And you could have gone in there, playoffs.
All right. Next up, we have Ravens at Titans.
Does
anybody even know who's playing quarterback for the Ravens?
Isn't it Ryan Mallett?
I don't know. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's Ryan Mallett. If they didn't change something completely, and I missed it, it's Ryan Mallett.
I know it's not Flacco.
I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, obviously. You've seen that hit? Come on.
I mean, either way, I don't think Baltimore wins.
No.
As sad as it is to say, I think all their hopes lay on Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Joe Flacco, quarterback, concussion, probable. Flacco was forced from the previous game with a concussion, but is likely to be available for Sunday's tilt against the Titans.
Really?
Don't ask me how. I'm amazed, but it seems like he is going to play.
I find that hard to believe. I don't think John Harbaugh throws him out there.
Yeah.
Uh,
Even so, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Titans because, as you put it, it's sad to say that their only hopes are on Joe Flacco, and I don't have a whole boatload of hope in Joe Flacco. So, I'm gonna go Titans. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I think it's gonna be a close game, but yeah, Titans win this one.
I agree. Titans win.
now is the time for both of you to learn something from that little kid in Germany, okay? Raven's gonna win this. Whether Flacco plays, Mallet plays, I don't care.
You are out of your mind. But we'll see.
I'm pretty sure we all agree that Joe Flacco is not that good of a quarterback, right?
Right.
Right.
So how much worse can Ryan Mallett be?
Oh, definitely worse.
Oh, yeah.
Not so sure about that.
I said he's not
So
great.
far-
I didn't say he's not good.
Yeah.
And there's a reason Ryan Mallett's a backup.
Yep.
Yeah, but what is the reason?
Because he's
Is
not
it-
as good as the
is
starter.
Is it that, or is it, I don't know, financial reason? The Flacco's got the big contract because he, won a Super Bowl and shit.
Come on, Jerry Jones is an idiot, and even he benched Romo in favor of Prescott.
Yep. There's truth in that.
I don't know. Ryan Mallett, maybe he can pull. I don't think he's that. If he's worse, I don't think he's that much worse. I think they're pretty close to it. And you got to admit, Flacco this season plays worse than he played the last few seasons.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So I don't think that Mallett is worse than 2017 Flacco. Maybe he's worse than your average Flacco season, but I don't think he's worse than 2017 Flacco. So I would even argue at this point that they have a better chance of winning with Ryan Mallett than they have with Joe Flacco. And not just for this game because Flacco's returning from a concussion. If we look at Joe Flacco's play so far this season, I'm pretty sure Mallett is better.
John McNair in the chat says, "Can we pull Mining's expert card when they lose?"
You can try. You're not going to succeed, but you can try.
So
I'm
you're
going with
going
the Ravens here.
You're going Ravens. All right.
Yep.
Next up, Bengals at Jags.
They're not playing in London, are they?
It's a 1:00 game, so I'd say no.
I mean, there was a 1:00 game in London last week, but that was there's only I think that was the last game this season for the internet for London games, not international series, Mexico and shit, but for London games, it's over this season. But I'm going against my gut here. My gut tells me, Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm still gonna go with the Jaguars.
Yo, I'm going with Jags. I mean, they're playing good football, even though they're one of those teams that really suck at home. I mean, I get your trepidation about that, but Yeah, I'm gonna go Jaguars.
Yep, I'm kind of in the same boat. I don't like it, but I'm taking the Jaguars. Like you almost
I mean, if
never bet on Jaguars at home, but they're playing
I
the
mean,
Bengals this week, so
yeah, if it was a better opponent than the Bengals, yeah, maybe
Yep.
I would go with the opponent then with the road team. But it's the Bengals, so
Yep. Okay, Broncos at Eagles.
wait, we have to think about this. Eagles, come on,
Well,
no debate.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm picking Eagles, but I did have to think about it a second. And then then my old brain caught up to my mouth and
Okay.
remembered who's the quarterback. So
Yeah, Brock Osweiler.
if you're waiting on me, I mean, yeah, I think it's obvious. I'm taking the Eagles.
yeah. Next, Colts at Texans. I mean, I would love to be able to say that since the Texans lost their quarterback, that the Colts will win, but I just don't have any confidence in them whatsoever. I think Texans I don't think this one will be a blowout. I think it'll be more akin to the score last week, but yeah, Texans still win it, I think.
Are we going to agree here, Minding?
This strikes me as a game that ends, I don't know, 13-10 or something like that. Maybe 13-9. Maybe even 12-9.
Oh, there's no doubt Vinatieri's going to get 2 or 3 field goals in that game.
Oh, Vinatieri's foot is gonna hurt after this game. And the same for what's that kid's name? Fairbairn,
Yeah,
kicker for the Texans.
But I will call it now. The Texans are going to get at least one touchdown that they shouldn't on a probably a run play or a short pass play that goes the distance, just like every team that's played is so far.
Yeah, probably a run.
Brissett will probably throw a pick six in the fourth quarter.
No.
I
Now you're trashing the kid.
No, I'm not. I'm just, if it holds true to form in the last 3 or 4 games, that's what's going to happen.
But yeah, I personally, if I had, and if I could choose of all Texans players, or Texans offensive skill players, in fantasy football, Lamar Miller would be a set running back in my lineup. Like, I'd play him. I don't care who else I have. Yeah. I'd play him. I think he's gonna have a fun game.
Well,
I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a touchdown. They are going to be a run-heavy team now.
Will you pick somebody for the love of God?
The Texans, come on! No one of us is gonna pick the Colts for fuck's sake.
Wrong.
Okay?
I'm taking the Colts.
You are out of your mind.
Tom Savage is playing. W for the Colts.
I hope you're right, but I just don't have that kind of faith in them this year.
Have you seen that Colts defense? Even Tom Savage could make a little bit happen against them.
Not enough. Colts win.
You seen that Texans defense on the other side?
Yeah, he's on the injured reserve.
What, the whole defense?
JJ Watt is the whole defense.
Ever heard of Jadeveon Clowney?
Yeah, we've heard of him.
I did not expect that reaction. You're out of your mind, really.
We've already established this. I'm a Lions fan. Of course I am.
Yeah. Okay. Next.
Okay. Next one is Redskins at Seahawks.
Seahawks, big.
Yeah, I got to agree with that.
I hate the Seahawks so much. But yeah, they're gonna win this.
I don't think there's a whole lot more to say about that one. Cardinals at 49ers.
Who cares?
That's why I was laughing.
Jacob, this would be the perfect moment for your tie.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay for. Go ahead.
49ers lose, but yeah, it's really a who cares.
I'm taking the Niners.
Yeah, you don't want to see them go 0-16. I get
Nope.
it.
That, and I think Garoppolo actually helps them. Although they did lose Pierre Garçon this week, so that means the receivers will actually be catching balls this week.
Okay.
Which is the whole reason he no longer plays for the Colts. So
Oh, he wants to pick the Niners.
I can hear
what I'm thinking right now. Carson Palmer is still out, right? So-
Not 100% on that.
I'm not even.
Drew Stanton is from, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna look it up, so I'm sure. There it is. Yeah, he's on injured reserve. He could be activated December 24th against the Giants of all teams. But he's on injured reserve, so he's definitely not going to play. So Drew Stanton is the quarterback for the Cardinals. Nah, Peterson's going to pull them out of this. Cardinals win.
Okay.
I'm
Next
gonna hate
up.
myself for that.
Next up, Chiefs at Cowboys.
Should be a good game.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I was thinking. I'm gonna go Chiefs just because I'm a believer.
Remember how I said 2 weeks ago, Chiefs are not going to lose until week 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, I take that back. Cowboys win.
And he just said it earlier in the stream.
He did. He did.
Shush.
I mean, I know I said the joke earlier, but
You don't
he
have to
flip-flops.
tell anyone.
He flip flops more than a woman. My God.
Well then,
You were the one that flip flopped on the Rams Jaguars 3 weeks ago.
but it's true.
Yep. I did.
I think
feel
I'm taking
like
Chiefs in this one.
I feel like the Reds, the win against the Redskins, the win against the Redskins is gonna give the Cowboys the push they need to. Plus, they have home field advantage, and I think that's gonna make them win. But hey, what do I know? I'm just leading in the picks, right?
I'm basing my pick on the Cowboys-Redskins game. The Redskins couldn't move the ball, but they did fairly decent at keeping them out of the end zone. Chiefs' defense far better than Washington's, and their offense is far better than Washington's. I think Kansas City wins this game.
Yep.
We'll see.
We will. All right. So that brings us up to the Sunday night game, Raiders at Dolphins.
Ew.
Well, seeing how the
Yeah.
Dolphins just traded away their whole offense, Raiders win.
Yeah, earlier in the season, I wouldn't even have hesitated. But, yeah, I'm going Raiders.
I'm thinking.
Is that what I'm smelling?
Oh no, I just farted. Sorry.
Oh.
It's getting a little warm in here.
Oh no.
We'll send him to the booth.
Yeah. You're kicked out of the booth, mind
I'm not Phil Sims, okay? Nah, I'm gonna go with the Raiders as well.
Yeah, I was hoping you wasn't that crazy.
We can skip this one.
Finally, we've got 20 minutes to talk about this. Pretty much.
Oh, no. Lions at Packers on Monday night. Well, we got one more score to talk about after this one, so we'll save at least a little time for that.
Yeah, but we can do that. We got 22 minutes left. 20 minutes for this one and 2 minutes for the last one.
Okay.
Packers win.
JK, do you want to go first?
He just did.
What did you say?
He won't repeat it. He's not going to give you that satisfaction. He said Packers win.
Genuinely didn't understand what he said.
He said Packers win.
What?
Playoffs?
Yeah. Take it. Come on.
What, am I supposed to have faith in my team here? Did you see Sunday night? I spent like 15 minutes yelling about it a few minutes ago. Packers win.
Why are you so quiet, Minding? I haven't given mine. Packers win.
I'm looking for words right now. I'm enjoying the peace. the peace of mind, basically.
You better hope to God the Packers win.
What if they don't?
All this silence is reversed next week.
No, it's not. But it's not going to happen anyway. That the Packers are not going to win. Yeah, Packers win this.
So you're picking the Packers.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this: Brett Hundley is going to show his potential, which isn't that hard, considering that excuse for a defense on the other side.
It's not even an excuse.
Okay,
they have to play some sort of defense. Thursday.
Oh God!
There went your 20 minutes.
Yep.
Didn't get what you expected, did you? All right. Thursday, Seahawks at Cards.
I mean,
if Sunday's Seahawks game is a squash, I don't know how to classify Thursday's game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, if someone is, I'm pretty sure someone is trying to upload the Seahawks Cardinals game, the Thursday night game of next week, to Pornhub, and it's gonna be rejected because rape is not allowed there.
Well played.
Yeah.
By the way, that actually happened with the FIFA World Cup semifinal where Germany beat Brazil 7-1. Someone actually tried to upload that to Pornhub, and Pornhub was all funny about it and actually said, "No, please don't upload it. We don't allow rape."
Oh, it was better when it was your joke.
Shut up.
Yeah, Seahawks. I mean, we had jokes. Did you all make your pick? I mean, obviously.
Oh yeah, Seahawks.
Okay. Well, we've made it to the picks for next week. You said you had something for me, Mining, or did you already give me that? Said you were going to save it for the end.
Oh, no. That was my basically my tripling down on Brett Hundley on the Packers Lions pick.
Oh, we ruined your fun.
No, it's all right.
Good.
Brett Hundley is going to show all of you how good he really is.
Oh, you
Against the
better hope
Lions
that's
defense.
He's going to throw for 3 touchdowns. He might throw a pick in there, but just one at most.
Who's your third string?
Joe Callahan.
They could do it.
I don't deny that. But I'm telling you.
Even Jacoby Brissett couldn't throw a pick six to this defense.
Oh, no. That's bad. That's bad.
Wow.
That would be an interesting game, though. Colts against the Lions to see who could sneak up to place the worst.
Yeah, Special Olympics football.
But, okay, then.
It's
All right,
not
chat's
funny.
going to have to help
It's
us
not
fill these
funny
last 15
to laugh.
minutes.
It's not funny to laugh about the retarded kids, okay?
Well, it'd be like, you know, the retarded kid plays the blind school.
I thought that's what YouTube was all about.
The retarded kids?
Yeah.
Oh, there's times.
Why YouTube? I was talking about the Colts and the Lions.
He said this is not the place.
So, chat, we got we got 15 minutes. Help us out here.
Like all two of you.
Yeah. Oh, nope, there's 8 out there right now.
Oh. Big time.
Yeah.
Too bad you won't make any money off of it.
Ain't that a fact? Ain't that a fact? Yeah. I could go off on a whole tangent on just how they screw us all on that, but
Oh,
I won't.
sore spots.
Yeah, a little bit.
Actually, interestingly enough, they're not screwing me on that too much.
Yeah.
You're
I guess
dreaming. You're screwed enough.
That's where I was gonna go.
Wow.
Come on, chat.
Give us
I have no
something.
words for this. Chat is pretty much dead right now. Attack Alpaca asks, "How's everyone doing in fantasy?" I
Actually
will
didn't
have
play this
to
year.
look it up.
Yeah, I didn't either. There was talk before the season and amongst a bunch of us that we were going to do a YouTuber league, but it never came to fruition. So,
Oh, Well, I'm in 3 leagues. I already abandoned one of my teams because it was just too depressing. Like everyone kept getting injured. Fuck, it's and that one league that's just my luck. That happened last season as well. I had like, I don't know. Every time I had a trade with someone, either the player I traded away or the one I received got injured. And in the other 2 leagues, in one I'm 5-3, and it's looking good towards playoffs. And in the other league, I'm 3-5, but I'm pretty hopeful because I have a what I would consider a rather easy schedule to end the season. Everyone else isn't too far apart, too far away from me, so definitely catchable. And yeah, I'm gonna see how this plays out, but sorry, but
That sounds like your hopes for real life football.
For a Lions fan, you're talking a lot of smack without being able to back it up.
Here the entire year? I talk just as much smack about my own team as I do anybody else's team.
One thing I would have thought that you've done figured out about us, Mining, is that we're equal opportunity haters.
I love that term. No affirmative action on your side.
Absolutely not. We hate everybody. So not to give any site any kind of advertisement or anything, where you play your fantasy football? Anywhere in particular, or just all over?
2 leagues on Yahoo, and the one I abandoned on fantasynfl.com.
Yahoo's still a thing.
For fantasy football, yeah.
Oh.
That's pretty much it.
Learn something new every day.
Well, they're offering some, like, you also get an email account with it, but I don't use it.
Yeah, I think I had a Yahoo account once.
Yeah, back in the dial-up days.
So what else we got, chat? Hey, and by the way, hey Monk, yes, you're late, but you're just in time to help us out. We're trying to kill the last 10 minutes.
He came in for the best part.
Yeah.
The end.
The credits.
Yep.
One thing we didn't talk about the news, wasn't there a death in one of the NFL ownerships or within the...
I did not get that alert on my phone, if so.
Yeah. Not one of the owners, but within the office or within the owner's family. And God, I can't remember. It was like 4 days ago, so you know I'm not going to remember details.
A lot of them are a bunch of old people, so it could be.
Looking it up.
Seems like it was a female.
Yeah, Joe and Tish.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Part of the Giants co-owning family.
Well, that sucks for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, age 90.
They co-own the Giants and somebody died?
Yeah. No, Monk, we haven't run down who will make the playoffs, but I think we did that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we had right at the end we had this idea.
Yeah.
Can we or do we see a path for that team to make the playoffs? Like, do
John,
they have any chance? Any realistic chance? Yes or no?
good
And
question, John McNair. Does
that-
Frank Gore pass it on the all-time rushing list this year?
Like, does he set the record?
How close is he? I've forgotten. I mean, they're always putting the stats up on the games, but I forget.
I mean, he's not gonna come into first, but he needs another 194 yards to pass Jerome Bettis, and he needs 216 yards to pass LaDainian Tomlinson.
Well,
How do
I
you
would
get
say,
go-
both of those?
Bettis
I-
is currently 6th, and Tomlinson is 5th.
yeah, I say he definitely gets the both of those at least.
Yeah, and for Curtis Martin, he needs another. Oh God, 633
Nope.
yards.
So he'll be
No.
5th after this season.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
he was if we weren't doing running back cut by committee, maybe,
Nope.
but no.
But he's going to be a top 5 all-time running back
Oh yeah.
after this season. I mean,
Yep.
at least regarding career rushing yards.
And I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he doesn't retire at the end of the year. Not because there's anything wrong, but
Because he's old.
he is getting old for a running back. I mean, it's amazing that he's still running like he does now. But I think he's also intelligent enough to get out while the getting's good.
Yeah.
It's a shame that all those yards had to come with the 49ers.
Yeah.
And a humble dude, too.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Pretty impressive.
Well, yeah. And if anybody's not seen any Colts games this year, like we have, guy still got it. I mean, you put him up the middle, he is a load to stop.
Anything else?
BG says, who would care about owning any team in the NFL? Even the worst team in the league would be making you a grip.
I mean, owning the Browns would probably put you in bankruptcy.
Probably.
I don't think owning the Browns will put you in bankruptcy. I think that they're still making a decent amount of money. It would make you age faster though. Way faster.
Well, I guess they do get traveling fans. So that'd make them some money.
Monk says, never understood why Andy got rid of Edgerrin James.
Well, you see, the Colts have this thing where when players get good, they don't want them anymore.
Yeah. He's not the only top running back we've gotten rid of over the years.
Marshall Faulk.
Yep.
I mean, and it's not even limited to running backs. You got corners. The list is huge on corners. Whenever they get developed and they get good, they ship them.
Yeah, I'll never forgive him for getting rid of Rabu years ago.
You got Rabu, you got Kelvin Hayden. They let Nick Harper walk. They let Bob Sanders walk.
Bob was a little understandable, though. I mean, God, the guy, you had to love him because he played lights out. But because he played lights out, he was always freaking hurt. Kind of like J.J. Watt's getting lately. But
It's just the history with the Colts.
yeah, you figure that one out, Monk. You let us know.
They love to develop. They don't like to retain.
And Monk says there's actually 6 teams that make less revenue than Cleveland.
See?
Wow.
No bankruptcy for the Cleveland owner. Only a few heart attacks.
That's an interesting little tidbit of information.
Right. Yeah. I
How
wouldn't have
bad
thought
are you that you're making less than Cleveland? Well, I guess the Chargers maybe won because they play in a soccer stadium.
Yeah, he said Oakland's won. That's not a surprise either. All the talk that they're going out. Detroit, Buffalo.
Yeah. Well, there's talk for a while that Buffalo would be going out too, moving to Canada.
Cincinnati. And Chargers, yeah.
The Lions?
I'm not surprised.
And Indy.
Really?
That's a little bit of a surprise, not because we've been a good team of late, but because we do continuously sell out the stadium. But who knows? Maybe that's got something to do with that Andrew Luck deal.
I gotta say, I'm most surprised about Oakland being on that list.
Not really for the reason he said. There was a lot of talk about them moving out, so.
Yeah. But still the let's say the Raiders merchandising is still selling like crazy, especially to guys who have no idea what the Raiders actually are.
Right.
You see so many people, even I in Germany see so many people running around with Raiders cap, and then you ask him, "Hey, Raiders fan?"
Yeah, we see him here too. We see him here too. He says top revenue stream is Dallas, and yeah that's no shock.
I think I'm pretty sure second team is the Patriots. I'm pretty sure about that.
Would not surprise me. They're another team that makes a lot of revenue off of merchandise.
Yeah. And I'm also pretty sure the Giants are up there.
Yeah. Yep.
Giants, Niners, Rams.
Yeah.
What else we got?
And he says you're correct. New England is second.
See?
Where the bandwagon goes, so does the money.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure Giants, Niners, Rams up there. Probably the Bears, big market. The Texans.
Third's actually a bit of surprise. He just posted Washington as third.
Washington, okay.
And then Giants fourth.
Giants fourth, yeah. Rams might even be fifth. I mean, they're the LA team.
If they're not, they probably will be up there after this season.
Oh yeah. If it's not the Rams in fifth place, it's probably the 49ers or the Bears, maybe. Chicago 49ers, yeah.
49ers are fifth.
Yeah. They are probably California's team. Like the Rams just moved there a few years ago. Chargers were in San Diego and no one really cared about them. Raiders are going to move out. So California's team is the 49ers. So yeah. Yeah, Houston 6, Jets 7. Yeah, New York's a big market. Enough for 2 teams. Probably even 3. If they want to resettle a team to New York, you could go for 3 teams there. But they do have Buffalo out there. and no one cares about them. Yeah, Eagles 8. Yeah, I mean, Packers 9 for a small market team. That's actually pretty impressive, I think. Especially if you consider that the Lions. I mean, Detroit is not the smallest of cities.
It's in complete shambles, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
It's Detroit. I've been to Detroit, and far too much of it is basically a dead zone. I mean, seriously.
Denver and 10. Yeah, I mean, Denver's got a very unique situation. Like, they got no other team around them whatsoever. Like, thousands of miles, no team. They got all of the way of the. What do you call that? The Midwest is the Minnesota, Wisconsin, and everything below area. What do you call all this around Colorado with the Dakotas and what else is there? Utah and all that, which is not the coast, but not the Midwest. What do you call that?
Northwest, maybe?
Colorado and Utah, and that's what I call them.
I don't want
The Plain States.
Yeah, they would be the Plain States. You're right. You're absolutely right. Northwest would be Washington, Oregon.
Yeah, that's Seattle territory.
Yeah.
Yeah, Plain States. Yeah, that's pretty much Colorado. That's pretty much a Broncos territory.
Yeah, John McNair's true is right as well as at least as far as Colorado, the Rockies. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Ravens 11. Steelers 12. Seattle 13. I would have guessed Seattle to be higher.
Of course, I've never understood why they call Indiana's considered part of the Midwest where we live, and it's not West.
I totally agree. I mean, I don't understand why they call Wisconsin and Minnesota part of the Midwest.
Well, it goes north. It goes back to when the territories, when the West was defined by the Mississippi.
I know, but you know, things like that change over time. You could just rename them.
Yeah.
Not impossible. So,
but anyway, that helped fill our time. Thank you, Monk. Appreciate that. And we are 5 minutes over now. So if there's not anything else, we're going to end this thing.
I really need to go to bed.
Yeah. And
hit
I
that
really
like
need
button.
to go to the potty. Yeah, hit the like button, please.
And share.
Absolutely. Well, chat, thank you for coming. As always, we do appreciate you. It's great to see the same names coming out every week, and we do appreciate it.
Faux show.
And as always, this is it. Get out of my yard.
Bye.
Bye.